Hi, and welcome to the third podcast, February 4th, 2017. I just got done doing this on GarageBand and pushed a wrong button and it disappeared. So, oh well, I'm going to try it on this app here. Hopefully, it won't disappear. There are things I can't do here that I could do on the other one, but so what? As we go, how are you? How have you been? Um, I was thinking about some of the things I wanted to talk about on this podcast, and we could go down all the things that had happened in the 2 weeks. I think it's been since I did my last one, and we could talk about all the Trump stuff, and there's a million other podcasts out there that are doing that, unpacking, unraveling, spinning the different versions of what's going on with in the Trump cabinet. And as I was thinking about those issues and what I was going to do, I was thinking about presidents and politicians, and when what politician do you remember that had a vision, that had an idea, that said, I see where we're at, I see the issues that we have, and I know where we need to go. This is where we need to go. Put out a plan, not a perfect plan, but a vision, a grand vision, something. And I was thinking back, I can't think of a politician today that is doing it. Maybe you do. You're welcome to email me, richscott2@gmail.com. richscott, the number 2, at gmail.com. But I don't recall. I don't know a politician today. I could be wrong. I don't know all of them. I don't hear them all. So there hasn't. So there's none there that I recall. And then I was thinking, what about in my lifetime, the presidents? Has there been a president that even had the kind of vision, just the kind of vision that Kennedy displayed, right? Hey, we are going to bring a man on the moon, and we're going to bring him back, and that's going to happen, and it probably won't happen in my presidency, but that's a vision, and the country all united behind the vision, and whether we were actually working on it or not, the nation was united behind that vision. Yeah, we're going to bring, put a dude on the moon and bring him back. No, I don't recall any president since that had any clear vision of, here's America today, and this is a vision I see for the country. This is where I see we should go, and this is part of how I think we should get there. Jimmy Carter? It's not fair. I don't think so. Maybe a little bit on the environment, but I don't recall him having something unifying, or certainly he wasn't good enough to sell his vision if he had one. Ronald Reagan was talking about that shiny city on the hill, but that was a this is who we are. Yeah, Jimmy Carter fucked it up a little bit. He made it not, but we're still that shiny city on the hill. So it wasn't a vision. Hey, these are the ideals of America. This is what we all want us to be. We're not there yet. Here's my vision as to how to get closer to that. Instead, he was talking about something that we were and still am, and so not the same, not a vision, not a new vision, not anywhere to go. And then Papa Bush certainly didn't have a vision other than to somehow, certainly not a unifying vision. He figured out how to unite the country behind his bogus war with Iraq, but there wasn't a unifying vision about anything, right? As far as I understand. What will he be remembered for? Picking Dan Quayle as the vice president and his read my lips, no new taxes, right? Bill Clinton, did he have a vision, a grand vision for the future of America? Anything? No, it was about jobs, and let's beat up on some poor people and more jobs, and let's let Wall Street into our midst. Midst. George W. Bush definitely did not have a vision for America, a future America, right? And Obama talked about the purple America that we are, which we're not, right? So he, again, wasn't talking about, he was saying, hey, listen, it looks that everybody wants to tell us that we're this and this, but we really are this, which after this election, we definitely know we're certainly not, right? So even Obama didn't have a grand vision to come in. And I understand, like I can understand in the media circus and whatever, that somebody really being bold, coming in and having a grand vision would be beat up, For example, let's talk universal basic income, right? That's supposedly the cutting edge of thinking right now. But anything that I've seen, right, the amount of money that they're talking about is, I don't understand how anybody can live off of that. Certainly not in the United States. So all right. So let's not call it UBI. Let's call it ABI, American Basic Income. Right? So, again, the numbers for American basic income just doesn't seem to me to be what is needed. So even on what is supposedly the cutting edge of thinking when it comes to addressing the structural, remember we have structural problems in America. We do not have economic problems in America. We don't have one single solitary economic problem in America. Anybody that tells you that is a fucking liar. Right? What we have are structural problems. I think that American Basic Income, or UBI, or ABI, as I want to call it from now on when I talk about it, is a way to freaking save humanity from itself. It's a way to help the planet. And even if it doesn't do any of those things, it's certainly a way to dramatically and quickly address the structural problems that we have in America. Now, what do you mean, Rich? How can you use ABI to fix the structural problems? Well, was that even necessary? I don't fucking know. But seriously, Dakota Access Pipeline. The American Labor Union is just, to me, it is just the strangest thing in the world to me. I don't think that there's one single organization that really in reality has failed its members more than the American Labor Union. And no, I'm not discarding all the good that it has done with regards to labor standards and all that other stuff, but it really has let the American people down and the American worker. And I really should go into that one day. But one of the things that really bothered me lately was Trumka's statement about the Dakota Access Pipeline back when Obama was president, that, hey man, I'm paraphrasing, but hey, this is a good paying job for our members and you guys really need to figure this out so we can build this pipeline. Well, no. We can't have, first of all, how dare the American Labor Union so dramatically go against the wishes of the broad progressive movement, the movement that will be there to support labor unions if they ever bother to fucking get out of their fat, if they ever wake up and they actually want to do something for the working people of America, the progressives that they're going to need out in society, the non-members that they're going to need help from, they're pissing all over with his and the Teamsters, demand that we move on with the pipeline. Of course, they'll give a wink and a nod to some environmental bullshit line, but really they want to build the pipelines. Well, they're actually going, every time they go to that job, they're going and doing evil work. They're going and doing bad work. They're doing jobs that are bad for all of us. The jobs that they're doing, they might be good for their members right now, right? Like that saying that I have, that's, hey, it's like pissing in your pants when it's cold. It might feel good while you're doing it, but afterwards you're going to be paying a price, a much worse price, right? And we will pay a much worse price if we give our brothers and sisters in the union the jobs that they want building pipelines. Now, an American Basic Income can stop that kind of stuff so that people are not forced to pick between doing the right thing and feeding their family in this system, right? It's a structural problem. But really, if a company, and they should want to put down pipeline, the people that they get to do that should be paid. No, they shouldn't be allowed to. Fuck that. Never mind. So we can't have any more of those pipelines, right? We don't need any more oil pipelines. We need water pipelines. We need all these welders and pipe layers and big equipment drivers and all that stuff. They need to go to the big cities. They need to go to Flint, Michigan. There are so many fucking pipes that need to be laid there that it probably makes the Dakota Access Pipeline a weekend project. I'm really sorry if I don't know how this recording is going to go, but whatever. And the same could be said. Remember when we were talking about, so there's 1 billion jobs for these Teamsters, right? There's 1 billion jobs, not $1 billion, but there's tons of jobs. There's tons of infrastructure jobs that really needs to be done, right? Those jobs are to the betterment of all of us. But Richard, oil pipelines are infrastructure too. Yes, but they're not for the betterment of all of us. So no. So why is the labor union, by the way, not helping us fight for those kind of jobs instead of demanding to build jobs that are killing us all? I really, really, really am not happy with the American Labor Union, but that's a whole different job. But then remember when we had elected President Obama, and we were talking about health care, and one of the many dumb reasons that he gave for why we couldn't go for single-payer health care was all the people that were depending on the jobs in the healthcare industry, right? So basically what he was saying is that we have to have people in America that needlessly need to die, that needlessly will die, that won't get the care that they need because we can't have this large group of people suddenly lose their job. So the job became more important than the well-being of the nation and the well-being of the individual people that make up the United States of America, right? That's what he's saying. But with a serious American basic income, an American basic income that puts you in the middle class, that frees you away from doing evil work, to do jobs that are bad for us humans. I certainly think that would be a vision for some president to have. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We have so many structural problems in America. There's a lot of reorganization of society to prepare us for a new society with all the new technology that's coming online. And that could create a lot of fear and uncertainty. I want to remove that fear and uncertainty. So we're going to introduce an American basic income for everybody. This is what you will get, an American basic income. This is what you will get. Or this we'll have an American basic income or an American transfer income, whatever you want to call it, structural rehabilitation income, whatever the hell you want to call it. But you're not going to lose everything because we dramatically have to change the way things are done in America. So no, we're sorry, but we are so grateful for your family and your community and all the decades that you have gone down and sacrificed your health on digging up coal, but we don't want you to do that anymore. It's not good for you, and it's not good for us. Some people are simply just at an age where they're not going to go out and find a job. Should we just discard them because we dramatically need to change the country? No, of course not. I mean, literally, are you one of those people that you need to have somebody, oh, I'm going to have to go to a job every day, fuck him, he has to go do something too? Why? If what we're telling him he has to go do so he can stay in his house and he can live a life and get food on his table and get health care and put his kids in a good school is hurting us, then why? Why does it matter if some people are not going to have to work at all, so they're going to do something around the neighborhood? That would be a vision. Right? We're all going to have universal basic income. We're going to restructure America. We're going to get ready for the robot economy. And we're going to find a new way to get energy to everybody. In the meantime, no, these kind of jobs we're not having anymore. We're phasing out. While we're doing that, while we're creating this new society, we will alleviate the fear so that we can have rational discussions about what to do next because you're not afraid of starving or losing your house, right? That's what the universal basic income or the American basic income will do. It will push people away from the fear. They can have a moment, they can have a breath, they can say, yes, this seems like a good idea. No, this doesn't seem like a good idea. If we want this absolute free speech world where people can lie, then people, the humans, we need more time to sort through the bullshit and get better at recognizing it. We need more time off. There's no other way to see it. So yeah, I really do hope that we get some politicians with some grandiose visions for humankind and where we're going from here. It is certainly needed. Certainly something that could would do something good. And it would be nice if it wasn't some meteorite or the arrival of aliens that would suddenly unite Americans and humans and realize, hey, yeah, there's nowhere really to go. We're on this thing in this place that we don't really know much about. I mean, we know a lot, but we really don't know much. And yeah, this is not like Survivor. Can't kick them off the earth. I don't know. But that being said, last little thing, I have clients in town, and excuse me, my client had some communications with a young lady that he was setting up a date with before he came up here. And we come up, we have our meetings, and he's saying, yeah, I'm going to go on this date and take off. And him and his partner are taking off. Apparently they go pick her up. He's going out with her, whatever. They hang around. She is being extremely flirtatious and to his associates' eyes. He can say, oh yeah. As they get back to the hotel bar, he's like, I'm just going to get some food here, and then I'm going to go to my room and whatever. It looks like they're going to have a good time. He goes up, he gets his food, goes up to his room. About 20 minutes later, his friend is knocking on the door, and he's like, well, what the fuck what the fuck happened, man? That was like a done deal. And he was like, yeah, man, we got into talk. Oh, I got to tell you that my client is an African American gentleman. He said, yeah, man, we were hanging out and we were having a good time, and we got into talking about a little bit about politics, and I told her that I voted for Trump. So he didn't really feel any shift in her or anything like that. But then as they get up and they start walking over to the elevator, she says to him, hey, man, isn't your room that way? And she turns around and walks away. I guess saying that you are a Trump voter doesn't get you pussy. That's why Trump has to grab him by the pussy. Nobody gives him pussy. He has to grab the pussy. All right, enough of that. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I don't give a fuck that Brady and Belichick and Kraft and all these idiots like Trump or think Trump is a good guy or whatever the hell it is. I am still rooting for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, and I wish them the best of luck. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and all around try to stay sane in this tumultuous time. I would love to hear from you. My email is richscott2@gmail.com. richscott2@gmail.com. Take care. Bye.